Hi, Jess.
Hi, Gretchen. How are you?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
You look amazing.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on season 3, and finally it's coming out. Fans are eagerly awaiting to see this.
Yeah.
Season 3, Colin and Penelope's love story. We've got Francesca being highlighted. There's so many plots and twists happening. Can you tell us what fans can expect this season 3?
Sure. So I think season 3 is what you love already about the show. You know, the beautiful costumes and sets and heightened emotions. But it has a slightly new flavor this year. We're focusing on Pen and Colin, so it's a friends to lovers story. We're really leaning into romantic comedy tropes. So you're gonna see a lot of humor, a sense of familiarity, a lot of playfulness. And you can see Nicola and Luke Newton absolutely smashing it this year.
And we're also feeling the tension between Eloise and Penelope and Francesca with her debut. There's so much going on.
Yeah, we balance 25 plus regular characters as writers. It's overwhelming at times, but really exciting. You get to, flex different parts of yourself in each of these characters.
When season 1 first came out, it was in the middle of the pandemic and it exploded. In the middle of the chaos and uncertainty, it really brought us fans happiness and romantic excitement. So I just want to say a big, big thank you for bringing this show to all of us fans.
Oh, well, I can't take credit for the beginning of it, but I was a small part of season 1, and it brought a lot of joy to my life working on it.
Yes.
I was working on it a little bit before the pandemic and then into it over Zoom, and it was an escape to get to talk about love, talk about relationships, transport to a different era. So I feel the same way.
Speaking of Bridgerton, there's so much to love, from the costumes, the sets. What do you love the most about Bridgerton?
What do I love the most? I love working with this cast and crew, from my side of things, and getting to walk onto set and be amongst these incredible sets. It's just a fantasy, absolutely. Seeing the way they're constructed, the way the color palettes distinguish every character, working with all of our teams, seeing the hundreds, dozens of hands it takes to make all these costumes. I think the collaboration for me is the best part of the show.
What I love about the show is the inclusivity. Can you talk about the inclusivity of Bridgerton?
Yeah, absolutely. The inclusivity on the show is so important to us. We start those conversations at the beginning of every season, thinking about how we want to broaden the world. And the important thing for us is allowing people to be seen within this show. This show is a fantasy, and it's an alternate history. Why shouldn't people feel seen within that fantasy?
Can you tell us about the glow up of Colin and Penelope? Because this season they really looked smashing. In detail, what did you change? How was the transformation like? And how meticulous were you with the glow up?
So the glow up was a big conversation in the beginning, but I want to preface this by saying the glow up is one piece of the transformation that's happening this season. As fans will see when they dive into the season, the physical glow up doesn't necessarily have the results that Penelope and Colin are hoping for. It's really about that internal journey. But since we're on it, for Penelope, we talked a lot about taking her as far from her mother's idea of how she should look. Because she's rebelling this season a bit. So if she used to be in oranges and yellows, she's going to the opposite end of the color wheel and going into greens and blues. And for her hair, she, would always have these tight little pin curls.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now it's more wavy.
Yeah, she's wearing it loose. We referenced like Rita Hayworth and Jessica Rabbit a bit. And then for Colin, Erica Ockfist, who leads our hair and makeup team, she talked a lot about how sideburns and eyebrows on a man, the length of them, you can really change the shape of a face to emphasize, a younger, more cherubic look or a more mature look. And for Colin, we're obviously leaning into his growth and his maturity this season.
And his extra charm and the physique and everything else.
Extra charm for sure. Colin is definitely entering the season with a new vibe. But is it fully who he is, or is he putting on a new persona?
That's right.
I would say that's the question that we're delving into with him this
Jess, thank you
season.
for your time. A lot of your fans in the Philippines hope that you could also bring Bridgerton to the Philippines.
Sure, we love it.
Please, and please invite them to watch Bridgerton.
We would love it so much if our fans in the Philippines would tune in. We can't wait to share it with you.
Thank you so much, and
Thank
congratulations.
you. Thank you, Gretchen. Nice to meet you.